behalf of the family of Marilyn, I greet you all and thank you very much for coming and for your participation in this Mass. We are honoring a very, very beautiful and a wonderful woman who has lived and has loved and has been loved, and tonight shows that she is very, very much loved and will not be forgotten. She has done something to, I'm sure, each of us who are here in one way or another. And so on behalf of the family, we thank you very much for coming. And we begin our service this evening knowing that she is a child of the universe, a child of God. And to her Father, we address this prayer. Dear God, our Father, Father in heaven, giver of life and giver of love, you have given to Marilyn a place in this universe, a very special place and a very special responsibility in loving and taking care of 6 children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren and loving them all, being a part of a larger community, and we thank you for her. Tonight we commemorate her in a very special way, but mostly because she is your daughter, a beloved daughter in whom you are well pleased. We ask this prayer, this blessing upon this assembly this evening, in the name of Jesus, the Lord. Amen. The first reading today is taken from the book of Proverbs. The book of Proverbs, written around 1,000 years before Jesus, speaks in this case of a woman who is extremely vigilant and an ideal woman. And I'm sure that though it's 3,000 years have changed in many ways, the virtues of this woman has not changed as we refer to Marilyn and her life. From the book of Proverbs, the 10th chapter. When one finds a worthy wife, her value is far beyond pearls. She obtains wool and flax and makes clothes with skillful hands. Like merchant ships, she secures her provisions from afar. She rises while it is still night and distributes food to her household. She picks out a field to purchase, and out of her earnings she plants a vineyard. She is girt about with strength, and sturdy are her arms. She enjoys the success of her dealings. At night her lamp is undimmed. She puts her hands to the distaff, and her fingers ply the spindle. She reaches out her hands to the poor and extends her arms to the needy. She fears not snow for her household, for all of her children are doubly clothed. She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs at the days to come. She opens her mouth in wisdom, and on her tongue is kindly counsel. She watches the conduct of her household, and eats not her food in idleness. Her children rise up and praise her. Her husband, too, extols her. Many are the women of proven worth, but you have excelled them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting. The woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Give her a reward for her labors, and let her work praise her at the city gates. As this speaks of a woman, I know in very, very wonderful ways it speaks of this woman, Marilyn Pruniski. As I was able to read the obituary in the newspaper, I found not just things and places that she had been, but what kind of a person she was. And some of the words that especially struck out to me were these. She is remembered for her loving patience, kindness, wisdom, and intelligence. And in giving life to children and directing them and leading them, it is a wonderful tribute to any person, in this case to a wonderful mother, even having to raise the children by herself after the death of her husband. I never really had an opportunity to know Marilyn personally, but I've heard some beautiful things from the children just yesterday, and I'd like to have some of the family come and speak, if they will, please. And so I will just sit down.